Welcome to Thoughts on Thursday. It's Reverend Miller.
That's simple. And Stuart Holmes.
We're so glad that you're joining us in a conversation about worship as we look forward to our next worship service this Sunday, either in person at 10 a.m. or on YouTube and then Facebook later in the day. This is just our chance to talk about worship and prepare you and, just dig a little deeper. And so my thoughts today is, last week we talked about singing a new song to the Lord. And in fact, that's our call to worship this Sunday in Psalm 96. Oh, sing unto the Lord a new song, sing unto the Lord all the earth. And we talked a little bit about it last week that when we come to sing a new song, it's awkward and can feel uncomfortable. And so Stuart and I are making a plan in worship to try some different things, which we, as a congregation, voted on rearranging the pulpit area and the choir area to different arrangements to see how it fits in our current context. And we slacked off a little bit and haven't done too much on that. We've done some new arrangements, but have stayed there. And so it will include arrangements, but also elements in worship. And so for this Sunday, we're going to bring something bring back something we had in COVID with the passing of the peace, and we'll do it for 3 Sundays, and then we'll take a break from it. And it's the motions going along with the passing of the peace. So the congregation will hold their hands open, and all those on YouTube can do the same. I will pass the peace, and we'll say it verbally, and then afterwards we'll have our handshaking and greeting time, which we have brought back since we weren't doing that in COVID, right? And so, as Protestants, we don't do all the motions and movements that you might see in a higher liturgical church, where they will stand up and kneel and do more movement. And this just movement helps us, right? So that's going to be the element we're going to try for 3 weeks, just to see. Maybe it'll make you feel uncomfortable, and that's not always a bad thing. And it fits well with what we've been reading in our gospel, because the last few Sundays and this coming Sunday also is a time where the religious leaders are feeling uncomfortable about Jesus. He's really upsetting the apple cart. He's changing things on them in their opinion. And when we make changes, we don't always become happy about that, right? So in our faith, it changes, evolves, and should adapt to different times and different places. And so that's what we're going to be exploring. I think it goes well with our message on Sunday. And it's a pretty famous passage. Hey, do you have any cash on you?
I happen to have $1.
All right. So
do I get it back?
Hand over the $1. So the $1. So this Sunday is where the Pharisees come up and they try to trick Jesus and give it. They say, should we listen to Caesar? And he asked them for a coin and asked who's on that coin. So using money, talking about who they should be loyal to, and should they follow the rules, even if it's not God's kingdom, right? Because Israel's were God's chosen people, and now you had the Roman Empire. So it's an interesting thing, and it's all about them trying to trick Jesus because they don't like the changes he's making. So that's where we're at for, here's your $1. I don't know what you can get with $1 anymore.
It would look good with Stuart Holmes on the front,
yes.
wouldn't it? Give Stuart what is...
Stuart, give George what is George.
George.
That's what we're talking about. So those are my thoughts.
Oh God, how am I going to follow that? Okay, so this Sunday I'm featuring a plethora of different types of music. The first is from a suite by John Stanley, or put together by a contemporary composer with his music. And I opened up this little video with the beginning of the movement. One of the things I love about Stanley is it comes to a typical rest, and I want to just show how this comes to rest, and then it moves on to the next movement. started the wrong key. On to something totally different, right? Just so typical. Stanley was an organist during Handel's time, and they were contemporaries of each other, and Stanley wasn't recognized early on as being the prolific composer that he was. Most of his pieces were called voluntaries, which was typical of the English service, instead of preludes and postludes. He was often seen with other famous musicians during the day, in his day, and was served for 50 years at the Temple Church in England. That's a good long time.
You're not there yet.
I'm not there yet, and if I'm still here in 50, when I'm at my 50th year, let's see, I'll be 90. So I'm not sure that that's going to work out so well for you or for me.
We'll see.
And yeah, we will see.
I still think you're here forever, but that's...
Yeah, well, we'll see. And the other piece is one that is used for weddings all the time. And if I can pull it up on my iPad here, well, I actually know it by heart, so I'm just going to play it. That is just a very beautiful trumpet tune that serves so well. Originally called a voluntary. So,
and we're leaving with that. That'll be a nice peppy.
Yeah, we'll leave with that. And I didn't mention that our new alto soloist is going to be singing "Hear My Prayer" by Dvorak, a piece that we haven't played before or sung before. And that will be very nice to have. And then a very nice, very simple anthem called "I Will Serve All My Days." The choir has just kind of has moved into without much trouble.
Okay. Well, you still have to rehearse tonight, so don't.
Yeah, they're not all for tonight. That's right. That's right.
So these are our thoughts. You get a good feel of the service for this coming Sunday. So we'll have something new this Sunday, plus next Sunday after that, we'll add another new thing. We're gonna have a little bit of a rotation of each 3 weeks adding something, or each week adding something in a 3-week rotation. So I know you're excited about these changes. I know you're gonna be surprised each time. And so we look forward to seeing you this Sunday, either in person or on YouTube and Facebook. Thanks for joining us, and have a wonderful day.